So, why do you think nothing has worked to help you stop overeating?
I don't really overeat. I just eat stuff that's not good for me, like snacks and
What do you mean you don't overeat? You're 700 pounds. You don't think you're overeating?
no.
Hey, what's up, guys? Sean back, more 600-pound life, and for today's episode, we've got Mercedes, 37 years old, weight unknown. But here's the thing, if my mom had named me Mercedes, I'm gonna be a little bit upset, because I know like 100% that people are calling me Big Body Buick. Like, it's just gonna happen. There's no way around it. Kids are brutal. They'll be like, look at that wide body Cadillac having, like, that's probably how that's gonna go. But let's see what Mercedes' journey looked like, and hopefully she can do it well. Uh-oh, we're in Ohio again. Why do we have to start with this lady's Trapper Keeper all the time? I'm gonna put in a petition to change the show's name to Flash by a Fatty. Like, it's just gotta happen.
I can't believe what I've let my life become. I've gotten so big that it's hard to do just about anything. And every day, it gets worse.
Also, I think she's pretty far north of 600 at this point. Unless I'm just being misled by these splits, I think she's up there.
So I'm almost completely bedbound now. But I have to.
Holy shit, there's a hidden child. Oh my god, I didn't see him. He disappeared into the rolls. That's
Two
nuts.
young kids that I have to take care of. So I have to rely a lot on my oldest. My oldest, Kimoria, she's 11 now. And she's starting to be able to help in a lot of ways.
That's not really fair. She's 11. There's no way she's just helping. She's doing everything for you at this point. And you're kind of robbing your kid of a childhood. I know you mothers in the comments are going to go nuts over this.
Turn the light on. We only have a one-bedroom place. So me and the kids sleep in the same bed. And when it's time to get up and get ready for school, she goes and gets her brother Colin's clothes for me. And I help.
You have a little bit of dignity in front of the kids. At least put a pillow over your punani or something. Don't let the kid just stand there and see you in all your glory.
Get him dressed.
I help my mom by getting her what she want and what she need. And I know it's hard for her because she want to do for us and us not do it for her.
But
Aw,
once
what a
I
sweet
get them
kid.
ready, I'm not able to get up and take them to school. So my friend Terry, who's Colin's biological father, comes over.
Okay, here comes Gilbert number 2 for us. You know that this guy just comes strolling up in here. Oh yeah, Fupa, good cat is just a lift away. He's definitely into big girls, and he is watching my 600-pound life with a bottle of Jergen. That's my thoughts on him already.
And get them and takes them to school.
How you doing?
And he also picks them up afterward and gets them home for me too.
I don't trust him.
So with everyone gone, I have to have a care assistant, Brittany, come over to help me use the restroom and get cleaned up.
Okay, shout out to the care assistants coming in here and helping, but what is this lady gonna do if she hits the deck? There's no way. She's 100 pounds soaking wet. She don't got a shot at picking up this lady's arm.
But getting up to do this is the most miserable part of my day. My back
Cheeks
hurt,
out.
knees hurt, muscles hurt, everything hurt.
It's because she's working out. Duh, her muscles hurt. She's pumping iron up in this sucker.
I'm barely able to do this, but I have to. Because I have to try and stay as clean as I can. If I don't, I could have all sorts of problems.
Also, just plus size exhibitionist all the time. I don't really think they need to show us the shower scene. Like Wet and Wild with the double side. Come on, man.
And then I have to try and stand long enough so Brittany can get all the areas I can't.
I thought that was her side. Oh my god. That was her thigh. I couldn't tell what part of her body that was. This lady's gonna get pink eye. She's looking right down the barrel, baby.
It's miserable and it's so humiliating. Losing my ability to shower on my own is embarrassing. But I have no choice. Once I'm able to sit down, I can try and do some of my washing myself.
You have every choice. It's going to be your choice. If this is going to turn around, it's 100% on you. But the only place success comes before work is in the dictionary, so you better get to work.
But it's not easy. And I'm so exhausted at this point, I feel like I'm gonna pass out. My back, my legs are hurting.
My neck, my back. Here comes the crack.
And I just want to get to my bed. But I still have to try and stand back up and walk all the way back.
I wish she would have tried to get up and help the kids get ready. Like, I understand that's rough. First thing in the morning, you're extra stiff. It hurts a lot. But your kids, your 11-year-old's doing everything for your 5-year-old. Why weren't you trying to get up at that point?
And then dry off before I'm able to rest. And doing all of that is the most painful part of this whole process.
Could we WD-40 that thing too? I don't want to listen to that squeaking thing this whole damn time.
Because every part of my body is on fire at this point. I'm just in so much pain. And all I want is for it to be over. Once Brittany helps me get dressed, I can finally eat, and I can't wait.
Does Brittany make your breakfast, or does she just up and bounce out of here? Because then she's just going to eat, like, the honey buns that she's got stored by the bed. I usually had, like, Cheez-Its on lock, peanut butter M&Ms. I had something next to the bed.
For breakfast, usually Terry will come back over after he drops off the kids at school, and he'll make me something. Who is it?
Cherry.
Here comes the Lord Love Handle back to the party. This guy is all in.
Hi, Terry.
How you feeling?
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna fix your breakfast as usual.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So he takes care of me for the morning, and he knows what I like. My favorite is the sausage and bacon.
Sausage. I guarantee this guy comes up in here normally without the camera crew, and he just strips, and he's like, I got your sausage, baby.
Food makes Mercedes happy. She gets what she wants. With or without you.
I'm in
I
so
don't think
much
so.
pain from getting up that I need something to help me start to feel better.
You're gonna eat charcoal like that? What did he do to this damn sausage? He murdered that thing.
And eating does that. It takes all the misery that I have and pushes it away. So once I finally start, I just want to keep going and eat as much as possible.
I'll talk to you later, okay? All right.
You forgot to give me my misery hash browns, buddy. Get on back here. It's the only thing that makes Mama happy.
So shortly after Terry leaves, my sister Tanika will come by and check on me and bring me lunch. Hi, Tanika.
Got your food.
Second breakfast incoming. And Tanika is also riding this gravy train, buddy. She's a little up there. And, yeah, she's definitely getting up there, too.
Everything you wanted.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And she knows what.
No way she has a Whataburger symbol on the side of her damn head. And I feel like that's Hello Kitty on her arm. but she just gained enough weight that it turned into Garfield.
But I like too. So she always brings me something good. And I can never really get full. So I just keep eating. Because there are some things in life that we're not meant to try and handle. And I don't have to when I have food. And that's something I learned a long time ago.
Okay, so she's deflecting any pain or any unhappiness with Popeyes, which is not a first. People tend to lean towards their food pretty heavily. I mean, I feel bad for her, but she's gonna have to turn this up to 1,000 to get out of this.
Very early in my life, things were good for me. I grew up with 3 brothers and 3 sisters.
Damn.
And we all got along pretty well. When I was a little girl, I was fun, happy, full of energy, liked to dance, sing.
I'm gonna guess her favorite dance was the Tootsie Roll. That's just a guess. I don't know, man. I like that damn dance too. So, big family. Mama got it cracking, apparently. And she had a good childhood, she said.
But that didn't last. Because
Shit.
when I was around 5 or 6, it was my father that started to change things in my family.
No.
Started to get eventually, it got so bad that my mom had enough. She got fed up and took us and left.
Good for her. I don't think any child should have to watch their dad put his hands on their mother. Like, that's scarring stuff. That's a lot of therapy later on in life.
So then it was her and the 7 of us kids that she had to raise on her own. And my mom didn't have time for all of us anymore. So that's when I started to be on my own for what I was eating and how much I was eating.
Look, your mom better make time. She's got a big family, but I understand she's probably working and trying really friggin' hard. But you gotta make time for your kids, you know what I'm saying?
And I got up to probably around 100 pounds when I was around 9. But that
Okay.
was about the age our dad was trying to be a part of our lives. And he started coming around to see us. When my mom and him separated, he wasn't as angry.
Okay, supportive dad comes back into the picture. That's a good thing.
So it wasn't bad spending time with him then. But when I was 11, everything began to get worse. Because that was the age when my father started seeing me.
Oh no. Oh my god, how sad is that? What a disgusting excuse for a human being, man. Endless suffering. I hope that guy died the most painful death.
It started with touching, and then it was more until it was intercourse. And it wasn't just me, it was my sisters too. But I didn't know that at the time. But Dad let me down.
What a sicko. Oh my god. You have your daughters. The people like a dad's supposed to want to protect more than anything on earth. And you, oh, ew, man. I feel like actually ill.
Let all of it down. It made me feel robbed of my innocence. It made me feel sad, made me feel dirty. And as a child, with something like that happening, you don't know what to do with it.
How do you come to terms with that? How do you find help or find a way out of that? Because you listen to your parents, right? You know, your parents always know best, and then your dad's doing that to you? Well, I can't speak my mind freely about those kinds of people on YouTube.
Because one of the people who's supposed to protect you most is the one hurting you.
Right.
So I just went to food and started eating a lot to feel good. And I doubled in weight by the time I was 13 and was over 200 pounds by then.
Okay, that makes total sense. Normally, when they start these out, I'm like, whatever, you know, I don't think, like, a lot of times they don't have a legit reason. This lady's got possibly one of the worst ones I've ever heard on the show.
Mercedes gained the weight. It really wasn't a big deal to me, but maybe it should have been. At the time, didn't know that was going on with my children. I mean, it's like right under my nose. I mean, why didn't I know? If I knew, I believe I could have killed him.
I feel like you should pick up on that. There had to be a crazy change in this girl from the innocent little child, and then she goes to dad's for the weekend, comes back just totally shut down. You have to notice.
But he finally stopped when I was a teenager because he started seeing someone. And once he had a girlfriend, he left me alone. But all the fear and pain didn't go away. So I kept going to food, and I got to almost 300 by the time I was 15.
This sicko literally subbed in his daughters in replace of actually finding a girlfriend or somebody that can tolerate the sad human being that he is.
And starting high school like that is hard because I wanted to fit in, but I was made fun of a lot. And it got worse as I got bigger and gained even more. So I just started skipping school a lot.
I skipped school a lot, but nobody picked on me. I was a pretty outspoken kid at that point too. Nobody really messed with me at all.
And when I was 16, I dropped out. I was over 400 pounds at that point. But when I was 19, I passed my state testing to get my nursing assistant certificate. And
You can drop out and still become a nursing assistant? I feel like that's kind of important stuff, right? If she's measuring out stuff and giving it to a patient or something. I don't know if that's what a nursing assistant does, but if this lady gives me an extra shot of something in my cheeks and I end up with like numb ass or something, I'm gonna be mad.
I started working in a nursing home where I also lived. And that was pretty much my life for around 6 years. But when I was 25, I had to get an easier job. I was up to about 450 then. So I got a job at a library because
She couldn't keep up with the physical demands. You're gonna have to find a desk job when you're this big. Like, sit there at a call center, something. That's typically the route we go.
could sit most of the time. And while I was doing that, that's how I met my first boyfriend. And I got pregnant with my first child. But about 6 months before I had Kimoria, he left me.
Now you're in a position where you can't do hardly anything because you can hardly walk. And the dad, peace out, like he wasn't a good person from jump. So this is, damn. Also, who is standing there on a sheet? This is creepy. Oh my God. There's somebody under that, right? 100%.
And what was worse, I had to have a C-section, but the incision got infected, and I ended up having a flesh-eating bacteria, MRSA. It got really bad, and it almost killed me. But with that, I ended up on bed rest for a year and a half.
Isn't MRSA that thing they rub the little like orange stick under your nose or something? I don't know. I could be totally wrong. I feel like that's MRSA, and I didn't realize it was that serious.
So that was just really hard and a really dark, depressing time in my life. I was around 550 pounds then, and I was almost 30. But I was still able to pull myself together enough to get to work. I got a job helping prepare taxes. And when I was 32 was when I reconnected with Terry.
Okay, Terry is in the picture. She has such a cute daughter too, man. And she's a sweet girl helping her brother get ready. I really want this lady to turn it around for her, man, because I feel so bad for her losing her childhood.
He's a friend now, but I knew him when I was a child, and we started dating. And when I was 33, I got pregnant with my son, Colin, but I found out Terry cheated on me, so I broke up with him.
Terry, the starburst sadist, is a cheater. Damn it, Terry, who's gonna cook me breakfast now?
We're still friends, and he's a good father to Colin, but there's never gonna be anything more to our relationship. But when I had my son Colin, I had a C-section again, and I got the same infection again.
Is that even possible? I feel like they are pretty serious about not letting that break out, right? How does this woman get... Could you be dirty and just get it? Like she can't clean areas properly and then she gets it?
So it was another year and a half being stuck in the bed. So that led me to being over 650 pounds by the time I was 35. And once I got to that point, my legs and my body just can't handle my weight anymore.
Yeah, I mean, them legs are kind of begging for help. Also, why are they so shiny? Is this like olive oil or something from something she ate breakfast with? Or oh,
About a year ago, my dad called me, and his dialysis had stopped working, and his kidneys were failing, so
okay, great. Rot in hell.
he knew he was gonna die. And he was just asking me to forgive him. And I forgave him.
No, it's F you till you're dead. F you till I'm dead. I feel like that guy. I'd be like, peace, go hang out with Epstein and Cosby, you sack of shit.
Before my dad died. But the pains of everything he did to me, it's still there. And now I'm 37 and probably well over 700 pounds. So that's what my life is now. Eating all day to forget and to feel good.
You're gonna mask the pain, but now your kids are living that pain, man. Wow, what a tragic one already.
In the afternoon, my mom and my twin brother Marlon will come over and bring me some groceries and some snacks to hold me over to dinner.
We need to pregame on the. You just had lunch, and she's eating like full damn big meals too. So everybody is just enabling this woman. The whole damn family's in on this con job.
I know my eating is out of hand now, and my body doesn't have a lot more it could take like this. But I don't know how to do this all any different.
Not donuts with your. Oh my god. She's got her cookie out while she's eating donuts.
So I just keep getting worse. Burr,
Put down the donuts. Mercedes at this size, she could die. One night she can go to sleep and not wake up.
Realistically, that's probably what's going to happen. Mercedes is going to go on a very long road trip, and she is not going to make it back.
And I think I can't. Yeah, you know how you want to come over here because I ain't like seeing you like that.
yeah,
I just like, I can't see her like that, you know. I love you.
I don't think anybody wants to see her like that. I don't want to see her like that. So, hopefully, man, I really want her to be good. Be a good one, please.
I love you, Mama.
I love you too. I always will. Just don't want to see you like this. My worst fear right now is Mercedes doesn't get the help that she truly needs.
The way she said that, I thought she was going to say MRSA again. She's a Mer. I thought she was going there. But Mama's a little big too, man. She's definitely double dipped into some donuts before her damn self.
And she keeps going on and on like this. I don't think she can keep it up very long. Love you.
I love you too, Mom.
Okay, see you.
All right, Mom.
All right, Mur.
The sad thing is she's playing tag with the Grim Reaper, and we've seen how long it took to get to the shower, and I know, because I played tag too. I had a little bit more mobility though, so I was okay. But I'm definitely, if we're racing, I'm dusting her off. That's what I'm saying.
In the afternoon, Terry gets the kids from school and drops them off, and then Kimoria will start to make dinner for all of us.
My mom's weight has really affected me because I have to do all the work now, and she just sit there, and I have to do everything.
Poor girl. You think when the kids aren't around, Terry comes over there and he's like, time for Terry to trick or treat, you know? I definitely think that guy's coming in there trying to get some damn action.
And it's hard for me, and it's hard for her.
I wish I could help, but I can't do much from my bed. But I love my time with them in the evenings because we have dinner as a family in the bedroom. And I get
Oh no, it's not going over your kids' homework, helping them with that, being a mom. It's eating this cheap $1.50 Jack's Pizza from Walmart, which I always ate too. It's actually not that bad. And then having some friggin' air fried chicken while you lay in bed and rub your greasy fingers all over like the sheet.
to spend some time with them. Okay, y'all need to start getting ready to get in the bed. Kimori, go get the ice cream and the bowls and the spoons.
It's time for a change. I want to be here for my kids. Like kids, just bring me the damn Haagen-Dazs, lady.
Come on, Kimori, y'all need to hurry up.
Oh, never mind. That's that Blue Bunny. That's not Haagen-Dazs.
I don't want this to be the life I'm giving my kids. And I know I have to find a way to change and stop before it gets any worse and take.
You cannot put the Blue Bunny down there on your bare ass cheeks. That's one way to cool down, though. I bet when it's summer, she cools down with Blue Bunny down there.
It's my life. I don't want that to happen. At this point, I'm killing myself. If I don't get this weight off, I don't want to leave my kids behind. I need to be here for them. So I can't let that happen. I have to find help and try, even if it's a losing battle, because I'm not ready to give up and I'm not ready to die.
I'm never gonna judge you by your worst moments, but I will judge you by your actions. And the fact that these kids are sitting here and watching their mother just eat and eat and eat away and thinking, man, why won't mom take me to school? Why won't mom do this? And they're just watching her and she's just being selfish about it. That I will judge you by. So I hope you can get it together real quick. After a series of winter storms, the support behind the wall Mercedes apartment complex was damaged and our building was condemned. Mercedes and her kids were moved to a different complex. Tell me those little hat things don't look like mushroom tips. I know they do. It's a peckerhead thing. It looks like it, right?
A couple weeks ago, I decided to do something about my situation. So I called Dr. Now in Houston. I need to look at that pad and find my shirt. He's the only doctor I know of that does weight loss surgery on people my size. So I was ready to try and make a trip to see him because I know I can't keep going like this.
Damn right. Dr. Now's the man. He is saving 600-pounders one at a time. Also, her hat just made me think of what I used to call it a purple-headed yogurt slinger when I was a kid. I totally remembered that out of nowhere.
But I couldn't make my appointment because we had some bad rains. And we had a mudslide that destroyed the whole backside of our place. So me and the kids had to relocate to a new apartment. I had to uproot my whole life. And to make things even worse, Terry was the one who was going to take me down to Houston. But with the timing change, he says he can't now.
What? Daylight savings time just screwed up this guy's driving? Is that what happened? This mudslide, I don't know, man. This is just a crazy episode already. We've already had to move because of natural disasters. This guy's leaping through time, apparently, and he can't drive. And we got, man, this one's already going off the rails.
So I'm trying to do my best to find someone who could take me, but I'm not finding any options. So I'm feeling a little hopeless, but I know I have to do this for me and my kids. And if I don't, I'm not going to be around for them much longer.
There's always hope. If there's one thing you shouldn't lose, it's gotta be hope, man. Because you can't just lay there and say, this is the end for me. And I know that's the easy thing to do, because trust me, I was there. But you totally have a shot. You have to work at it.
How you feeling?
Good. Ready to start this journey. How you feel?
Good.
You gotta be doing this that much longer. So I'm going down there. My life back together.
I can't wait.
The way she's saying that, though, it's just like she's staring off into space. She's probably thinking about putting more Blue Bunny on the tailpipe again so she can cool down.
Big change. Big change.
We go get there.
We'll get it together. I'm ready.
Aw.
Me too. I'm proud
How
of
you?
you. I love you, Mom.
I love you too.
You see that huge smile when her daughter said, I'm proud of you? Imagine how big that smile gets when she actually does it. takes off that weight. That's got to be a feeling that like nothing can compare to.
I know my kids are worried about me. I'm their only parent, so I can't leave them like this. So no matter what, I'm not gonna give up, and I'm gonna do whatever it takes to figure this out and make it to Houston.
But hopefully, like, Terry, the tiramisu taint licker, shows up if something were to happen to you for his son. I would hope.
Over the last couple of weeks, I called everyone who could help me to see if they could take me down to Houston, because Terry never came back, and I don't know what's going on with him.
We're gonna have to get some GPS on Terry so we can figure out where he's at with breakfast half the time, because she's had to have been going hungry this whole damn time.
He's not even helping with the kids right now. But thankfully, my cousin said he'd help me do this. So he's my godsend to me right now.
Hey, Kamora.
Yeah.
What's up? Y'all ready for the big old ride? I'm here to make sure Mercedes makes it down to Texas to see Dr. Now safe.
Wow, what a nice guy, dropping everything, coming running to help her out. It looks like he has some kind of physical disability too with his arm, so I hope that he doesn't have to pick her up if something bad happens.
My biggest fear is that she doesn't fall because it's hard for me to help her up, but we gonna make it work. Well, I'm gonna go get the van. I'll be right back.
Also, I don't think that's anything about him being a littler guy. The world's strongest man couldn't pick up 600 pounds of dead weight of a human being just laying on the floor.
The plan is right down there in the back of Brandon's van. I just hope I can handle it.
It's cold out there, baby girl.
I called Dr. Now's office and got another appointment set for a few days from now. But I don't know how long it's gonna take to get there.
Uh-oh, if you already, like, rescheduled with the fat exorcist, you're in a little bit of trouble here, sweetheart. Yeah, you better come prepared. You better start dropping some damn weight on the way.
This should be something like a 16-hour drive. So I don't know how my body is gonna handle it. And I'm scared out of my mind because of that.
Okay, I think that's it. Let's get you in.
No way you have a painting of spoons. That's so on brand for 600-pounders, man. This is messed up. If you love food so much, your artwork is spoons? What the hell?
Are we taking your chair too?
I need to.
Right there, cool. Right there, cool.
I wish I could let here.
You feel that handle?
I see it.
Okay. I got a...
We're gonna have to get her a new walker too, because it looks like somebody put that thing together in like 6th grade shop class. That thing is jank as hell.
Push. I got a push on you. Got a push on you.
Hold on.
Okay. Okay. Hold on. Don't push none yet.
Can this seat come out so I can have some more room to move? Yeah.
Come on, Brandon. Grab the blue bunny handle and push it on up in there.
Oh, I gotta fix it.
I'm already feeling run down, but we have to be able to keep the kids in the seats. Colin has to be in his car seat. He can't ride without it because it's not safe. So figuring out how all this is gonna work isn't gonna be easy.
This is the strangest thing for me right now, because she seems like a caring mother, right? But then, in the same note, like, she's struggling to get herself together to be a mother. So she's trying, but I can't figure her out.
Okay.
Yeah. Hold on. Oh, man. Is that far enough?
Think so?
There we go.
Get on.
Man, this woman is just doing splits all over the place. Before we're done, she'll have done splits across like 8 different states on the way down here.
Come up here, Colin. Come on, get on up here.
We want to close the back.
Yeah, we're gonna get it.
You gotta get in the seatbelt.
Oh,
What?
I'm cold.
Okay, it's gonna be okay.
shoot, my fingers.
Forget who you forgot who you called. Push that button right there. Yeah, push.
We gotta get some snacks. We gotta get them.
You are not asking for snacks already. Oh my god. This is not going to be good at all. Dr. Now is going to rip you apart, woman.
On the way, because I can't.
There we go.
But how long I'm able to go today will tell us how long it's going to take and what my limits are.
I don't think she's going to make it all that far because she's in an uncomfortable position in the back of the van. She's not used to sitting up that long without being able to lay like fully back, so she's going to struggle for sure.
I gotta pee.
Oh. Turn the light on or no?
Yeah, I gotta pee.
Okay. Hey, get settled in. Get up in there. I got you, Bert.
I used to say that when I had to go pee, I would say, man, I gotta pee like R. Kelly at a Girl Scout meeting.
Yeah. The bathroom facilities here are painful to use. I'm thankful I managed, but I just want to get in bed now and sleep because my whole body is just in so much pain.
But what is she gonna do if she couldn't use the toilet? She'd have to pee in the tub. It's gross, but I'm sure you go to like a Holiday Inn, there's like leftover pee residue all in the bathtubs.
You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Got you together, baby girl.
Put them pads on there.
Okay. How many?
2. When I sleep, I have to have a bed pad to lay on in case.
Come on, you could get up and get to the toilet. This is like, I mean, she's struggling, but this is just lazy. She just don't want to have to get up more than once or twice a day.
I have to use the bathroom in the middle of the night. I'm so exhausted and I'm in so much pain. I'm miserable. And if I'm already like this and in this much pain, I'm scared I'm not gonna be able to make it.
Cries a lot too, but sleeping on a sofa bed like that is a quick way to get a spring on your sprocket, lady, because 700 pounds on one of them things, like a spring could definitely shoot through the damn thing.
Yeah. That ain't it.
And that'll be the end for me. I'll be basically just going back home to die. And I eat myself to death and leave my kids.
It's okay.
I mean, you're crying, but you can stop eating. Like, you're the one that's going to have to stop chewing. Nobody else can do it for you. I mean, I think Dr. Now can put a balloon in your damn mouth. I've even seen a diet where they, like, sew a patch to your tongue so it's hard to eat.
Cry. I'll sit with you.
But I can't let that happen. This trip has taken just about everything out of me. And right now, food is the only thing getting me through this. I know I'm going to Houston to try and lose the weight, but I just...
Bro, you're crying. I don't want to leave my kids. I don't want to leave them. And then in the next breath, just pounding some fried chicken.
need what I need to get through this. So I don't have much of a choice right now. Because if I don't have that to keep me going, then I'm not gonna make it.
Bro, KFC is not better than living a full life with your children. I refuse to believe that. I know like food addiction is strong, but I can't look at this little girl and this little boy and think like, hey, KFC blows that out of the water. You know what I'm saying? Mercedes wasn't able to travel far on day 3 because of pain. She had to find a hotel to spend the night. 4 hours outside of Houston.
It's day 4 of being on the road. I couldn't make it as far as I wanted yesterday. I was just too worn out and my body couldn't take it. I was hoping to be able to rest, but since my appointment's today, we're just trying to get there.
I think we've done enough resting at this point. Probably about 30 years or so of resting. Like, We definitely got in our fair share of bedtime, okay? Now it's time to get here and get your ass in gear.
But thankfully, I'm gonna be at Dr. Now soon. And I just hope that all isn't for nothing. And that I'm able to get the help that I need because I'm desperate to turn my life around. Look, y'all, we in the city, look.
Texas, y'all. You see that? Let's go.
My
You think you can hide that little Dairy Queen cup in the corner? I see you, woman. Desperate for some damn Doritos. You're sitting here talking about how you're trying. Well, actually, I don't even think she said she tried. She just thinks the surgery's gonna fix everything. I already know that.
whole life is dependent on getting this help with Dr. Now. And hearing him say that he can treat me. Because if he doesn't, then I know I won't have much longer to live.
Could you put your kookaburra away for one damn second? Like, do underwear not exist in Cincinnati? Because this woman has been coming down here bare-ass the whole way.
You think you
It's kind of funny to watch Brandon brace for impact when she starts to back up, because he really white knuckles that damn thing.
be able to stand, or do you feel better with one with bars?
One with the bars.
One with bars?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a minute.
Quick, bring me my junk food jungle gym.
This is my last hope.
Okay. So whenever you're ready.
And if I don't get this help, then the only option I have left will be just to wait for death because I know it's coming. So I'm terrified right now because my life is hanging in the balance.
Yeah, I mean, she's in a pretty bad way, so she's literally like hanging off the side of the Empire State Building, 700 pounds, and her fingertips are barely hanging on. Because she does not look like she's the picture of health or anything. Also, she's like a MRSA magnet, so we need to be careful.
But I'm nervous about what the scale's going to say.
Look at Brandon. He is like, I've been on the road for 4 damn days. You better have dropped a couple pounds on the way.
There's a good chance I'm over 700 now. So I'm hoping my weight isn't too high. And Dr. Now says he can help me.
Uh-oh, you're almost cracking 8. Wow, I didn't think 7 was... I thought she was going to be just over 7, right? I didn't think she was pushing up on friggin' Powerball numbers, like getting up there in the damn digits.
It's upsetting to see just how bad my weight is. I'm scared right now because I know I don't have a lot more I can gain before it's just not possible to get any bigger because my body just won't be able to handle it.
She ain't got much left, but don't let like fear of failure stop you from trying. Just push yourself. I don't know. I screwed up a lot, and I am not by any means somebody who was great at this. But I do think that people have a lot more inner strength than they realize. They just have to get over that not believing in themselves thing.
So I have to turn that around before it gets to that point. So if I don't get the help, probably won't be here no longer. So I'm hoping that I qualify for weight loss surgery.
Oh, you definitely meet the damn qualifications. The problem is, can you, like, meet the weight qualifications? Also, poor Brandon, dude. You see how damn strong his back is? He turned that thing, and he put all of it into it.
I will not be able to lose weight by myself if I don't have help.
Hello. Hello. I'm Dr. Nazardan. How you all doing?
Good.
How are you? And you are Mercedes?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And this young man is?
Brandon.
Brandon, that's my cousin.
You're
How funny if it would have been, though, if Dr. Now walked in there and said, Mercedes, that's a damn Cadillac, or like an Escalade or something.
Brandy's cousin. And the 2 young ones.
Oh, that's Kimoria and Colin. That's my 2 kids.
2 kids. All right. You got some family with you to support you.
Yeah.
That's great. And you come in from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Yeah.
How was your trip from Cincinnati?
It was a rough one.
How long will it take you to get down here?
4 days.
4 days.
Should have got a damn limo. Actually, she should have flew. She was bad enough. Although sometimes they get health issues from flying, so I don't know. Maybe we could have hit up a train or something.
Days to get down here.
Yeah.
That's a lot of strain for someone who is over 700 pounds. But let's talk about how you got this weight. Tell me, how do you think you got to this point?
I don't know.
I could tell you right now, a hell of a lot of fried chicken. That's what she kept ordering every time. Every time I turn around, this woman somehow has found a Popeyes or like KFC is like landed in her bed somehow.
Some eating, but being sick and from surgeries and not being able to walk around and do much.
So you think mostly being sick and lack of activity caused you to gain 600 pounds of extra weight?
Yeah.
So if we get you to walk around and if you ran marathon, you're gonna be 150 pounds, right?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, she catches a cold, man. It's a cool 50 because she just gets sick, man, and then she just sits there, eats ice cream and whole pizzas.
That's not reality, okay? But let's talk about your activity. How much you can get up and walk.
I could go to the bathroom. I use the walker.
So if that's the limit of your daily activity, then who brings you all your food?
Everybody.
She's got a hell of a delivery crew, to be honest. Every time we turned around, somebody was sliding up in there with some donuts or just something. They had made her something.
Everybody because they bring it,
Yeah.
Because you asking them to bring
Well,
you.
I asked them to bring it. I would enable myself because I tell them to get it and they get it for me.
Don't you realize that you're 37 and you're almost 800 pounds? So at this point, you're not gonna live that long?
I don't know. I'm coming to realize that, and I have my kids to live for, so.
How terrible is it that your kids just heard you say that you're not going to be here much longer unless you can stop eating? And they're probably thinking, wow, that's so easy, Mom. Just stop eating for us. And you're sitting here going, I can't, man. When I'm stressed, I need that food.
I'm tired of being like this.
So why do you think nothing has worked to help you stop overeating?
I don't really overeat. I just eat stuff that's not good for me, like snacks and.
What do you mean you don't overeat? You're 700 pounds. You don't think you're overeating?
No.
Doctor now is just befuddled right now. He's like, this woman caused a damn mudslide because she had too much macaroni. What are you talking about?
Well, yeah, I eat, but I don't eat like all the time. I just eat not the right stuff.
What do you mean you don't eat all the time? You eat, for your height, you should be 150 pounds. So you have over 600 pounds of excess weight. If you do...
Really? She should be a $150? Oh my, she's got a whole sumo wrestler to lose. And I thought I was fat, man. That sucks. 150, I'm trying to get to 250.
Do the math. You're eating 4 times more than you should eat, and you don't think you're eating as much?
Like when I eat like one big meal. And yeah, that's a lot.
Mercedes, don't play this game with me. You eat nonstop, and you know that. This is just something you used to say to people when you lie to them and pretend it's not your fault. But that's
Doctor now is like, this woman is a competitive eater. She is only eating 1 meal a day. And now she's probably going to start crying because that seems to be her go-to move when she hears stuff she doesn't like or thinks about something she doesn't like.
not gonna work with me. You got it?
Okay.
All right. So give me a straight, honest answer about what do you eat in a regular day?
I don't eat breakfast. Maybe around the time the kids get out of school, probably order something. When they get home, it's probably about 3, so that's probably the time when I eat.
Where the hell did the Terry meal go? Or the mom stop and drop? The brother's donuts? Does she have amnesia? Can you eat so much shit you get amnesia? Does she have MRSA again? Holy hell.
So you're telling me you don't eat until 3 o'clock?
Mm-hmm.
If you want to keep lying to me, this isn't going to work. So tell me all the bad stuff you eat that you know you shouldn't.
Probably cookies, cakes, candy, chips and cookies and stuff like that.
All right, finally, we're getting a little more real and honest with the doc here. Yes, she is eating a lot of sweets and a lot of fried food. Nothing nutritionally good for her at all, pretty much. I don't know, is cold slaw okay? She had a couple things of that.
Sometimes
And what are you drinking?
soda.
How much soda are you drinking in one day?
I could drink about a 2 liter in one day, 2 or 3 2 liters.
So,
That sounds like me, though, man. I didn't drink water for like over a decade easy. All I drank was soda. All the time.
up to 6 liters of soda a day. At least you give me one honest answer because I can believe that. All right, good. So what do you think the solution is to get the weight off?
Stop eating.
Hate my stomach, Magic Man. What do you mean? I'm here for you to do the little snip snip and get rid of this thing that's taking down all these damn pizzas and chicken.
Just,
Well,
you
nobody
know,
wants you to stop
not
eating.
stop completely, but I need help, like, to show me how to eat right.
All right. You have a lot of changes to make now if you want to do this, Mercedes.
Yes, I'm ready. I'm ready.
You need to give up all of the cookie, candy, and soda and chips.
Although I do think when you look at her, you're just looking at like a scarred little girl who was hurt by the person she was supposed to trust, who masked that pain with food, and now, as an adult, just no clue how to deal with that. Like, how do you put that past you? Or how do you put that behind you, I mean? How do you get over that? That's just something that's going to like eat at your soul and hurt you for every single day, even though she says she forgave her dad or whatever. I don't think you can. Like, that's so painful for her, I'm sure.
Okay. And I'm going to give you a 1,200 calorie a day diet, high protein, low carb, for you to start immediately. And if you do that in a month, you should lose 80 pounds, at least. And if you hit that goal and your medical tests look good, then we'll approve you for weight loss surgery.
All right, 80 pounds in a month. That's Doctor Now being a little more strict. The other one I watched, he actually said 5. Like, I couldn't believe when he said 5. I was like, shit, that's an X-lax away. We're straight. But 80, that's a little more tougher ass, but she is almost 800 pounds, so she could pull it.
Okay?
Okay.
This is something you need to do now, or you're not going to be alive much longer.
Do that on my own, I wouldn't be here for weight loss surgery. But you know I'm ready to work as hard as I need. Just thinking about my kids and living for them. But for right now, I have to focus on getting home because it's going to be a long journey back. So I can't start the diet now because food was a big part of what got me here.
Oh my god. Lady, you literally are about to clip 800 pounds. Like, I know I screwed up a lot at first, but you are sitting here looking at these two little kids crying, saying, I have to be a good mom. I have to. And then in the next breath saying, but I can't start the diet today. Everybody knows you got to have Popeyes or it's parking wars up in here. Like,
And I'll need that same help and that same boost to get me back. After my appointment with Dr. Now, he did a bunch of tests on me and told me that he's not happy with the results because he said my overall health was pretty bad. Thankfully, it wasn't bad enough to where I have to go be in the hospital for a while.
you're pretty damn lucky because we've seen people a lot smaller kind of like go a very bad route and go straight to the hospital. Every time I got back blood results and they were like, oh yeah, Sean, you're healthy, you're just fat as hell. I would be like, are you sure you didn't mix this up with somebody else? Like, you got some kind of healthy guy up in here and you swapped them out and he's probably pissed right now.
But he said it's bad enough that I won't be able to handle the road trips back and forth from here to Houston. So Dr. Now told me that I needed to move down now if I was gonna try to do his program.
I mean, honestly, it's probably better she don't take a whole lot of road trips because she's on like a highway to Hostess. Because she just eats the whole damn way and then she says she needs to travel back, she needs more food.
And he said I need someone to come with me for support and help. Terry hasn't been around much since I started trying to do this. So I know he's not an option to come to Houston with me. But I talked to Brandon and he's gonna do it. And I'm very thankful for that.
Brandon's such a nice guy, and then you got Terry, the jerk off, the guy who sits there with Jergens watching My 600 Pound Life.
Do you want to get a list together? You know, get the kids something too? Get everybody, you know.
Salad sound good.
Salad. We're doing good with that though. Not eating a whole lot in one sitting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of you. Proud of you.
Brandon, I know you are trying to pump her up right now. I'm just not sure if they're not showing us what she's eating just yet, that she's quite killing it or anything.
I'm sticking to only foods that are on the diet. And I'm getting up every day like he wants. I'm supposed to see Dr. Now and be back down in Houston in 2 weeks.
Well, slap my ass and call me Sally. She don't need the damn walker. What is going on? Maybe she is knocking it out of the damn park.
But I told Dr. Now it's gonna take more time. But I won't get my weight loss surgery to get my life back for me and my kids.
Damn it, and then I see the top ramen on top of the fridge. Oh no, is she doing good? The world will never know. We need to see her weigh in again right now.
No matter what it takes.
For the past 4 months, Mercedes has not been back to Houston.
We're finally moving to Houston today. It's taken a lot for us to get to this point.
Oh my, she hadn't been back in 4 months. I'm looking in that box, and that looks a hell of a lot like a bag of Doritos. Like, fuck me to tears, lady. What are you doing?
Brandon's back with his girlfriend Tamika, and they're both taking care of everything we need to leave. And everyone is excited to finally be doing this. But I'm having a hard time because I'm not feeling well, and I'm worried about being on the road as long as I was the last.
Oh my god, it's a pizza party before we take off. Oh, sweet lord, this is great.
This time we went down.
I got fuel, I got the truck, I got the rental. Got some food for the food, you hear me? Get up out of here today. What's wrong, you okay?
Yeah, I'm pain in my
Anxiety? You
chest.
think it's anxiety?
I don't know.
I think you only brought one pizza, and that is in no way in hell getting us all the way to Houston.
You might got burp or breakaway in. Well, look, we about to start loading. All right, ready? We up out of here, bro.
Did he just ask her if she needed to, like, let loose right there while she eats the damn pizza? Have a little dignity.
No matter what or how hard it's gonna be, I know it's time. Because Dr. Now isn't too happy it's taking us so long. So we need to get there, and I need to go back to see him. But I'm hoping when I do, he'll be happy with my progress.
To be honest, Dr. Now probably thinks like, oh, well, she's just gone. She ain't coming back at this point.
I know this is gonna take a lot out of me, but I'm hoping it's at least a little easier now that I lost some weight and been exercising. And that we'll be able to make it in less time. Because
I'm trying to calibrate the jiggle and see if she's lost any weight. I just can't figure it out. She's in too baggy of clothing. Like, I feel like she might have lost some weight, something.
even getting there 3 days instead of 4 will make a huge difference on my body. But we'll just have to see how it goes. But what helped me get through all the pain and misery of doing it last time was food.
This woman is not gonna drop this. Like, food is her go-to. Any pain, any inconvenience, it's food. Now, I don't know. Dr. Now needs to just send her to like a Lola, Dr. Paradise, something. She's got a lot to work through. And she can't just keep masking that with food, or else her kids are gonna end up with no mother to make them food.
I'm gonna try not to use food like that this time, so I don't mess up my diet. I just hope it doesn't get so hard to where the temptation gets to be too much for me and I give in. But my plan is to resist that and stay focused because I don't want to mess up all my progress. At least this time, I know how I need to fit and what to do since I already did it before.
Well, that's good, because at least now we know how to play Tubby Tetris in the van and get everything to fit.
I'm hoping the ride is easier on me.
It's a slow ride, take it easy at Starbucks.
Being around fast food for the next few.
she brought lettuce. She's prepared, okay? She's doing better than I thought. I was just being a hater.
Days, and not eating it isn't gonna be easy. I just gotta remind myself of the kids. I'm doing this for me and for them, to be there for them. So I'm gonna stick to my diet. We only been on the road for a little over an hour, and so far everything's fine.
Okay, we've officially made it an hour without her saying anything about wanting to stop for food or stop for a hotel. We're doing good.
It's smoking.
What's smoking?
What?
The truck Brandon's driving.
Oh, it's just the wheels. They stopping.
Wheels don't usually just smoke, lady. That's not something that just happens randomly. Like, oh, it's just the wheels, you know, burning a little rubber.
It's on fire! Get out, get out, get out! Mama, tell me to get out!
He stopped. What am I gonna do?
Tell me to get out!
You want me to jump out with a fire extinguisher, son? What are you talking about? What could she do? You guys better get the hell away, because she is not getting out of that van in time if that fire spreads.
Y'all on fire!
It's on fire!
It's on fire, the truck, the car!
No, the pulley!
It's on fire!
It's on fire!
Get out, get out!
God, fire.
Who just took off up the hill and got the hell out of Dodge? That's got to be like, that has to be one of the camera guys or a producer trying to get the hell out of the shot. And look, now he just comes running back.
Ain't no extinguisher in there? Oh my God, it's always something. The devil always busy. Name of Jesus.
What's the devil got to do with your Domino's order? Because somebody, like, I feel like they just let them trailers go, though, and their tires get, like, way worn out. And this is bound to happen when you rent from a U-Haul. It'd be alright. All you need is a little bit of starter fluid and a lighter. Spray some up in there, pop it right back on that bead. You'll be good to go. Now, that thing's probably definitely shot. And don't try that trick if you don't know what you're doing. I almost blew my damn leg off once. It's kind of funny that they're on fire and then a wifey like hops out and lights up a cigarette, like good to go.
I can't believe this. It feels like no matter what, it's gonna be setbacks to make it harder. Because this delay means it's probably gonna take us longer now. So I'm...
Lady, you were on effing fire. What do you mean this delay? This could have been way worse. Imagine if that was while you guys were in the car, man. Because I cannot see you doing a chubby Chinese fire drill or anything. Getting out, running around this thing, hopping in another car.
disappointed right now, but I'm glad no one was hurt. We lost the whole day to this. Brandon was seeing if we could get a new tire on the trailer, but it's too damaged, so we have to get the trailer towed back to the rental place. So it's just been taking forever.
I knew it. I spy with my little eye some hot chocolate up in this shit. What are we doing? Oh, and it looks like she might have herself some Sour Patch Kids back here, too.
And I've been in this car way too...
Nope, but those are definitely gummies. I see them. I told you, man. I am like the fat magnet for like seeing sugary foods because I used to love them.
long at this point. So we just need to get a hotel and call it a day. But it's hard not to feel like the world is just against you. And when we try to stand up to it, it just pushes you back down.
The world is not working against you. If anything, your waist, your thighs, and everything else is working against you. So we need to get some meat off of there, and then we'll be good to go.
But I'm hoping I could just get some rest. And once I do, I won't be too sore. and we could just get back on the road and keep going without any more issues. I'm not giving up easily, but so far this isn't going well, and I hope the worst is behind us.
Really, though? I mean, I haven't seen her put forth the most effort yet. I'm still hoping that her results are going to be great for her kids, but I'm not sure at this point because I keep seeing little things pop up in the background. We're packing a box with Doritos. We're sitting here with gummies and a Ghirardelli hot chocolate. Like, things like that are making me think this is not going to be good. And it's 4 months instead of 1.
The only thing I know is I got a unit that is as close to the car as possible and on the first floor, so I don't have to walk much to get in or out. How everything else is going to work for me is a mystery right now.
Okay, so the people, if you were going to go upstairs, all right, nobody has to worry about ceiling collapse. She's on the ground floor. We're at the same damn apartment building that we always are, because I feel like Doctor Now should just rent out a couple rooms here and just offer them up to the patients at this point.
I just hope all the rooms are as big as they said, because I have to be able to fit everywhere. Hurt.
Connie Dolph was number 1. K. Somebody's carving all kinds of names on this damn brick.
It's mine.
Is that the name of all the people that were on My 600-Pound Life? I told you, they all go to these apartments. They're just carving their names.
Too tight in here, ain't it?
Hey, ain't no wrong.
Where exactly are we not thinking she's going to fit in this damn building? Because she said, maybe she's thinking she's got to sleep in a closet.
Little bitty kitchen.
Yep. Just temporary, though.
Yeah, very. I am completely white, but I'm proud of myself for making it and not giving up no matter what I faced.
She's already critiquing the kitchen. But to be honest, she shouldn't spend too much damn time in the kitchen while she's here.
Start grabbing stuff.
Come on, y'all.
Come on, y'all.
So I'm gonna call Dr. Now and tell him I'm here and set up my appointment to go see him. But right now, I'm looking forward to show Dr. Now my progress and then hopefully getting approved for weight loss surgery today.
Mercedes?
Okay, so she is pretty damn confident for somebody. I've never seen somebody walk in that confident off rip like that who was almost 800 pounds. So she must know that she did everything right.
My last appointment was a little while ago, and I was up to 773 pounds. That shocked me. But Dr. Now told me to lose 80 pounds in 1 month. And if I do that, I'll be at 693 today.
Okay, that's 45 pounds in 4 months. So she is definitely still playing Pirates of the Popeyes a little bit here and there.
What's up, baby? Yeah, buddy. Hold up.
You definitely gotta get you a hype man like Brandon, though, because he knows that she ate all them damn Hershey bars and she just was good for like a month.
That loss isn't as much as it felt like it was gonna be. But it's more weight than I've ever lost. So I think it's proof of how hard I'm working. Especially with everything I had to deal with moving and getting down here. And how much temptation I resisted doing all that.
Right? Let's tell Doctor Now we had a damn fire, so we had to eat fudge. That's what we're gonna go with.
Impressive, even if it's not as much as Dr. Now said. And I think Dr. Now will appreciate that progress and approve me.
Nope.
I'm glad that you finally made it back and you moved down here now. And I see you made some progress, Mercedes, but not a lot.
I didn't think she was going to make nearly that much, honestly. I was trying to look and I was trying to measure, and I just couldn't tell that she had lost
She only
much.
lost 45 pounds. I was expecting 80 pounds in 1 month. And on top of that, it's been over 4 months.
Right.
And if you were sticking to the diet, then you would have lost over 220 pounds in that time. So,
Okay, so she's losing like a pound every 3 days at that rate. So it just means like one good day of dieting, one day of crashing, like just crashing out on some chicken or something. Another day of dieting. She's just probably doing it back and forth, back and forth.
what happened?
I've cut out a lot of stuff, but
But there's still a lot more to go.
yeah, a lot more to
All
go.
right. At least that's a bit of honest answer. But we still have the same problem that you don't have a lot of time to waste.
That damn Terry, he's always the problem. Tiramisu Terry strikes again.
And if you don't get your weight down significantly and get more mobile, you're not going to make it. Your condition, especially your heart, is already in really bad shape. And you're nowhere near where you need to get weight loss surgery because with your height and your BMI, you're not going to survive surgery.
But thank God the kids did not come with her for this appointment, because I wouldn't want them poor kids to hear something like this again. They just heard last time when they were there, like, hey, your mom's not going to make it that long. And now she just played off 4 months eating whatever she wanted. And she's back, hadn't lost nearly what she should have.
Okay, so we got a long way to go.
Okay.
And from experience with surgery, we know that you get that staph infection all the time.
Right.
So that's product of being overweight.
Yeah.
And we need to correct that.
Right.
Okay, so MRSA does come on because you're too morbid. I guess you get a staph infection, it could turn into MRSA? I don't know.
Have you had any issues breathing or any pain anywhere that's new?
No.
That's good. It's very important that if you have any issues, let me know immediately, because if you ignore any issue, it could quickly become life-threatening for you. So,
Also, how can she say she doesn't have any new pains? She's moving a little better than she was, so even just that 45 pounds makes a world of difference to somebody that's not in the best health situation.
so don't take any chances, okay?
Okay.
Aside from losing weight, it's very important for you to strengthen your pulmonary system and your functional capacity. So you need to get as active as possible. So how is your exercise?
I'm walking better. I'm not using a walker.
All right.
She definitely is doing that. I give her props on that, but I think we move her room upstairs and then she gets a hell of a lot more cardio.
Right. Well, that's good progress. So keep doing exercises. But that's not going to be enough if you don't start losing the weight you need. And 45 pounds in 1 month, I know you can do better than that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you the same goal. I want you to lose 80 pounds for next month.
Okay.
I mean, that's rough. It just took her all that time losing 11 pounds a month. If it's now or never, like, she doesn't have all the time in the world. Dr. Now is telling her in, like, much nicer words, like, you gonna die. Like, you need to get it together now, or the next time anybody sees your kids, it's going to be at your funeral. Which is sad as hell that she can't put it together just to get that done.
Oh, my socks are
Damn, she's strong.
I'm all the way up. Come on.
Since my last appointment with Dr. Now, I've been working on ways to do better this time. I'm making sure I get up every day without excuse.
Okay, so when she said before she was exercising, that means like once every 3 days, because now she's like, I get up every day. So that wasn't happening before this.
And I feel like I'm making more progress with how far I can walk, because I can walk all the way from my room to the outside without having to sit down.
That's a W. Not to a lot of you, but that is a W.
So I'm able to go farther than I have in a long time. And it's nice to be able to get outside to do things with my kids. And I like being able to watch them play. Seeing that gives me motivation to keep working hard at this so I can succeed.
Look at that. Little man is on X Games mode. And, you know, if she needs some motivation, just do this more often. Watch your kids. And if this doesn't put like a little warm feeling in your ice cold heart, then I don't know what will. Like, this should have you wanting to turn everything around and turn the world upside down.
Cause you cheated, cause I got this and he got that.
Ooh, please don't run myself. Come on, we got to go back in. Brandon and Tamika had to go out of town for this past week to take care of some things back home.
So her daughter is back to main caregiver again, which just sucks, man.
On our own. So this has been the hardest week to stick to the diet because I can't go out and get stuff.
Oh shit, we're turning into DoorDash. Oh my god. This woman is DoorDashing everything, is she not?
So my only option is for Kimura to go down the street and get some food for us.
Wait a second. You're gonna tell me there's a Popeyes down the street from the My 600 Pound Life apartment complex? This is sabotage. I bet Dr. Now owns that damn Popeyes. He put it there for good ratings, didn't he? And there's no way watching your kids kickflip made you want some chicken.
2 more weeks until my next appointment with Dr. Now. And I think I want to have better results this time than last time. And that I'll be where Dr. Now wants me to be. So I'm looking.
Oh, this is absolutely fucked. She has no clue how bad this is going to be. I thought she was at least going to take the skin off and eat the damn chicken. This lady's just going the full Monty, buddy. She's going full morbid, like, mangling that damn chicken.
Looking forward to that and seeing how much progress I made then. Today I'm supposed to have my next appointment with Dr. Now. Brandon is back with me in Houston, and he was going to take me today.
Uh-oh. I don't think she's exactly prepared for the road trip. You better get ready quick. Dr. Now's not going to wait forever.
But I'm not going to be able to. The problem is I'm having a really bad period. And when you're my size, you're too big to use any products to help you with that.
What? Am I confused? Tampons don't work on plus-size people? What? I mean, don't ask me. I'm a guy, man. I get a damn stomach cramp. Count me out for the day. I don't know how y'all do it. But, I don't know, do they make like a, I don't know, solo cup the size of a diva cup? I don't.
So to be just blunt about it, I can't manage it, and I've soiled all my undergarments. So for one, I have nothing to wear, and the second issue is I still have a lot of bleeding that I can't control. So I have no choice. I can't go out, so I just have to reschedule with Dr. Now.
Dr. Now waits for no one. You better grab yourself a damn towel and hike it up in there. Although she doesn't wear panties, so I don't know how she would hold. I guess her thighs could hold it in. I used to be able to hold the towel with my thighs. I probably still can.
I don't want any delays because I want to get weight loss surgery. And I'm confident in my progress and where it needs to be. But I just hope Dr. Now isn't too upset or thinks I'm playing games like he said. Because I'm not. But this is just one of those things life's throwing at me, and I won't let keep me down. Because I'm going to get to where I need and do this no matter the setbacks I face.
Alright, so Popeyes, progress, and periods. 3 things I never thought would go together quite this way, but apparently she's still doing good. So we'll see when she weighs in.
But right now, I just need a little more time. Right now, me, Brandon, and my friend Christina are at Dr. Now's for my 3rd appointment.
Who the hell is this woman and where did she come from? Also, Dr. Now, I'm telling you, he puts that speed bump there just in case some pissed off big people come back. He's time to get away while you guys try to maneuver over the bump.
Christina is an old friend of mine I knew growing up, and she would check on me from time to time. And with all the problems I was having last month, she came to help out because Tamika had to go back home to deal with some things.
Mercedes?
At my last appointment, I had made it down to 728, and Dr. Now gave me the same goal of losing 80 pounds in a month.
I can tell you right now that she didn't lose a damn thing. Like, there. Oh my god, she might have gained. Oh shit. Oh, hold on. Yep, that looks like she definitely put on a little bit.
And if I did that, it had me at 648. But since it's been 2 months, I'm hoping to see that I made it in the low 600s. to show Dr. Now I kept working hard.
So she thinks she cracked off 100 pounds, and you think you did that eating Popeyes. This lady is Delulu. Damn. Oh, shit.
It's okay. Just take your time.
Maybe next time we buy ourselves a magic 8-ball since we gained 8 pounds and we shake that thing and we guess how much weight we lost.
It's right here. It's right behind you. Just sit back. Just sit back. Come back. Just come back.
I don't know what to do. Just sit back. Sit back.
Have you guys noticed that when she gets a result she truly doesn't like the waterworks are coming? Because she could sit her ass down right now, but she doesn't like that result, so she's just going to cry.
Just sit back. I know, just go on back. Just go ahead and fall back. Just go on back. Go on back.
I don't understand that. That number can't be right. Because it
What exactly don't you understand? You ate like shit, you weighed in, and it was like you ate like shit?
doesn't reflect all the hard work I know I did. And the progress I could feel in my body. The only thing I could think of is the week Brandon had to go. And what I had.
You undid all that progress, that 100 pounds you were talking about in a week?
Had to eat then. But I know Dr. Now's not going to be happy. And no matter what I say or tell him, he's not going to believe that I worked as hard as I know I did.
Oh yeah, he about to give you the business when he comes in here. Quick, hide behind Brandon.
Hello.
Hey.
How y'all doing?
All right.
All right.
All right, Mercedes. Your situation just seems to be getting more and more serious. And now you show up, and not only did you not lose anything, you gained 8 pounds. So you want to tell me what's going on?
I know it's no excuse, but my cousin, he left, and we didn't get to get food before he left, so I had to order in.
You had all this time to come up with an excuse, right? And you couldn't even come up with there was another damn mudslide or something? You landed on we couldn't get food before he left, and there was nothing to order, like we couldn't order from the grocery store, get anything healthy. What the hell?
Why didn't you order healthy food then?
The area that I'm in, they don't deliver after a certain time, so.
You spent 2 months coming up with excuses, and the best you can come up with is that you're living in no salad zone I don't know about.
He said no salad zone. Oh, Doctor, now I love you. He said, you didn't put on that hefty without some Hidden Valley. So yeah, no, it's a no salad zone. Here we go.
Yeah.
What do you mean, yes? Don't give me that. Right now, you're 736 pounds. So you're dangerously overweight, and you're very close to one thing going wrong with you and your body giving out. And once that happens, you're not gonna pull through, you're not gonna survive that, and we're about to have to take a drastic step, like put you in the hospital for months uncontrolled diet to save your life.
Damn, imagine being committed because you can't put down the chicken. And you don't love, well, I don't want to say you don't love your kids, but you don't want to be around for your kids, man. That is the most heartbreaking thing I've ever seen. Somebody that wants food more than they want to see their little boy and girl grow up, man. It's so sad when these episodes are like this.
No, that's not an option for me.
Then you can either wake up and do what you need now, or that's it for you. Because no matter what we do, it's going to be all up to you.
Right.
So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna give you one more chance. We're gonna run some tests on you again before you go. Then we'll send you home, and I want you to start going to psychotherapy that we're gonna set up for you. But I'm not setting another appointment with you here. Setting an appointment with you doesn't seem to work because you come back whenever. So you
Doctor now sitting here like, nope, we ain't even gonna bother with you again. So you get everything done, then you hit me up. Like, I'll be waiting here And I'll pick up the damn phone. You just come in when you're ready, and you get everything done I need done, because I'm tired of playing with you.
Call and set an appointment when you're ready with these two conditions. For the first month from today, I want you to lose 80 pounds.
Okay.
And then for every month after that, I want you to lose another 40 pounds. And the second condition is you can't take more than 3 months. Because
Okay, so your maximum time is 3 months, and if you do that, you gotta lose 160. So I think you just kick your ass into high gear and come back with that 80 gone, right?
beyond that is too long to go without us getting check up on you.
Think about what you would want to say to your daughter if she were sitting here right now.
First, I'll say I'm sorry for her having to help me and take care of me instead of me taking care of her.
You can be sorry, but I'm telling you, people say a lot. I'm gonna judge you by your actions. Up to this point, you ain't really doing a whole lot of nothing. So this sorry means next to nothing to me. I don't know how you guys feel about it. Maybe I'm tripping, but she's gonna have to do something.
And then I'll say, thank you for helping me. And I want you to be a kid. I don't want you to have to take care of me. I want you to be able to enjoy life.
So, Mercedes, I want you to have that conversation with her. That's going to mean so much to her.
Yeah, I mean, it probably would mean a fair bit to her. She's 11 years old, and she's the mom in the situation, so any little thing is going to be a big deal to her at that age, right?
And your homework pertaining to your dad, I want you to take small bits of tissue, and I want you to write on that tissue the
She doesn't have tissues. That's why she couldn't go see Dr. Now last time, right? You need tissues.
things that he took away from you, okay? And then flush it, throw it away, whatever. You release it. Well, Mercedes, it was so nice meeting you.
You too.
All right, so our advice is literally to heavy flow the hurt feelings away. Personally, I hate her dad's guts. I don't think that we should have forgave him in his dying moments. I wish he would have died of ball cancer, to be honest, but you can't get them all. Like, you can't win them all. So we'll just take that one. We'll take that he's dead.
I enjoyed talking to Lola. She's insightful, but I don't know about some of the other stuff, like homework. Because right now, I need to stay focused on my physical progress. And my worry is doing anything to cause me emotional stress will make me struggle.
Focused on your physical... What physical progress? Like, we haven't even hardly done anything yet, besides the splits, which I'm still amazed she's doing those.
Better for you and less calories. And then I'm just focusing on high protein option. And the kids in Brandon like it. And for my exercises, I'm making sure I spend most of the day out of bed and taking care of the kids as much as I can.
Mom, that was pancakes.
Yes, indeed.
I don't know. Pancakes will definitely trigger this woman. Pancakes are good, man. I can't tell you the last time I had, like a flapjack.
Why you don't have butter on it?
I do have butter on it. Excuse me. Moria?
We don't have butter because Daddy Dr. Now told us we had to lose 80 damn pounds. We don't get no butter.
Might as well come on. You ready to eat? I was worried it would wear me out too quickly if I was up too much, but it's been nice. And I know the kids enjoy having me around them more. And my plan is to keep working hard like this for the next 2 months.
Okay, I don't think she has a pancake right now, but I don't... Can you have onions? I don't think so. They're not going to be the best. She's still eating too much by Dr. Now standard.
Make as much progress as I can, then go back to Dr. Now and impress them with how much I lost and what I'm able to do now. And finally get my approval for weight loss surgery.
I don't think she's going to hit his goal, but I do think she'll lose something if she's cutting the carbs. She's doing lazy keto where she still eats a lot, but there's no carbs.
Yeah, you need something?
No, I got something for you.
What?
I gotta read this little letter that I wrote.
Okay.
says to my baby girl.
I was gonna say Santa Claus isn't real, but now I'm wondering how the hell she pulls off Santa Claus anyway if she's stuck in bed. Like, she would have to stuff presents in the pillows and say Santa came in there and, like, did some weird little tooth fairy combined thing.
First of all, I would like to say thank you for helping me through this hard time. Second of all, I would like to say I'm sorry for taking your freedom away to help me. I don't want you taking care of me. I'm the mother. That's my job, not yours.
You are not putting forth all the action I'm gonna need to see from somebody that's gonna sit here and cry about how they're not being a good mom. Because you just haven't tried hardly at all yet, and this girl's been sitting here the whole time looking you dead in your face like the sweetest girl on earth.
I want you to be a kid and enjoy your life. Not have to stop yours for me. That's not fair to you. And I want to say I'm sorry again. And I love you. And it's almost over. Booty, hugs, and kisses. You're welcome.
I haven't seen such a, like, confusing mother though. Like, she's loving, I do get that she's loving, and then at the same time she's like neglectful because she doesn't want to give up food.
Dang.
He's always crying.
You did it.
You did.
You started.
No,
Yes, you did. I was nervous at first, but once I started, it just kind of flowed out. And
More with the flow
I
stuff.
feel really good right now because I love Kimoria so much. And I'm so proud of her for all she does and how she helps me.
You're damn right she helps you. That little girl is your saving grace. And if she doesn't drive you in the right direction and actually save you, that's insane to me. I just don't understand how, as a mom who's going to sit here and cry about not being a mom, you could let this go this far. You have someone staring you in the face that loves you, is hugging you, telling you it's all right, mama, like, and you're not going to step up for that little girl. Like, I know that doesn't just bother me. It bothers all of you too.
My last appointment 4 months ago, I was 736. And Dr. Now gave me a few ranges of weight loss goals. I needed to meet depending. And the biggest range she gave me was 160 pounds in 3 months. So that's the goal I'm hoping to hit.
Damn, so she waited 3 months. You couldn't just kick out the 81st month. That would have been the easiest way.
If I did that, I'd be under 576.
Okay. That's 44 pounds and a whole lot of not really trying that hard again.
I'm a little shocked that my weight loss isn't bigger. But I'm really proud to see I'm losing again.
Oh, shut up. You know you had some fupa like fruit chews hidden somewhere.
That feels awesome. But I don't know how Dr. Now's gonna react, since it's not the goal he gave me.
I'll tell you right now, he's not exactly going to be happy. He's probably going to be pretty damn pissed off, to be honest, because you're wasting valuable time and he's telling you you're at death's door.
But all combined, I lost 80 pounds since I started. So that's a lot. And I'm hoping that's what Dr. Now focuses on and sees, because I have been working really hard. And I'm proud.
Lady, no you have not. You are literally about to meet the Grim Reaper because you will not give up Ghirardelli.
Proud of that, and that I do have progress this time. But I'm still scared because I know Dr. Now's getting to his limits with me. And I don't want him to give up on me and tell me I'm done with the program.
Oh no, the kids are here with this one. Oh.
Hello.
Hey.
How y'all doing?
All right.
All right, Mercedes, I gave you some requirement last time of what you needed to do if you want to be part of this program. One was to start going to psychotherapy, and you made it to most of your appointments with Lolo. But
She even did some of the homework, so she tried a little with that one.
that's the only one you got even close to doing because you didn't come back within 3 months. It's been 4, and we had to call you and give you ultimatum of being out of program to even get you here today. And then you only lost 44 pounds. Not even close to hitting your weight loss goal for 1 month.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about the ultimatum. That sucks, man. They literally had to blackmail you to come in here and bust it down on the scale.
The only positive is that you finally under 700, but just barely. So at this point, I don't know where we can go from here. We're giving you every tool and a year to do this. And you only lost 80 pounds at that time. So at this rate, even if you're able to maintain this level of progress, it will take you 6 to 7 years to get you to your target weight. And
So you're telling me it's possible, right? Is that what Dr. Now's saying? No, she's in a race against time. She's going to have to kick it up a lot more. Like, she's going to have to take the rev limiter off of that thing and stop going to effing Popeyes. Why'd you move into an apartment down the street from Popeyes? That's just risky business.
you'll be dead by then. I don't want your kids to have to hear that, but this is the reality of your situation. And no matter what we do, we can't seem to get through to you. At your last appointment, the test we ran showed that your condition was deteriorating, showing that you're in some degree of heart failure. That's why I limited you to 3 months maximum to get you back here to follow up. And you
Yeah, I don't want the kids. Couldn't we ask the kids to leave the room before you tell them their mom's in heart failure? Or do you think they deserve to hear that because she's sitting here blowing it and I don't it's just gonna hurt them in the long run though. That's stupid.
didn't listen to that either. But if we run the test on you, it's gonna be even worse now. And the only way to stop what's about to happen to you is to get you to lose weight rapidly right now, or you won't make it. Okay. So the only option I see at this point is to put you on a controlled diet in a hospital, because you're not doing that on your own. So we need to do this now. We can't wait any longer, okay?
Alright, well I guess it's off to the Popeyes penitentiary for this lady. Penitentiary, I couldn't even say it right. But she's getting up out of here. He's gonna lock her down, which I think is the best thing for her at this point, honestly.
How long will she be in the hospital?
Forever.
She'll be there for a while. At least few months, because we have a lot of weight to get off her. And that's going to be the only way we can save her life, because her heart is in a failure. And the only way to stop is to admit you to a hospital. You think you can do that, Mercedes? Yeah. Good. But I know you have kids, so going right now is not a simple thing. So I'm going to...
At least she's saying, yes, I will do this. I thought she was going to give him some pushback on that. I didn't think she would go for the controlled diet because she thinks she's got it together enough to come in there and be like, I killed it this time. Hopefully I lost 100. But she has to know, unless she's just really like that confused about the
I'll
diet.
give you 3 days to get what you can in order and report to the hospital to be admitted.
Okay.
And you gotta turn yourself in. Your warrant, your bond's been revoked, lady. Get your ass in here. No more bagels.
Because at this point, her condition is worse, where if we don't intervene, she's not gonna be able to live much longer. So this is an extremely unfortunate situation we have with her right now. Because not only is she risking her life with her behavior, and we having to intervene to stop what's going to happen, but as it stands right now, turning her situation around is only gonna be a temporary fix.
I mean, she never got the wake-up call. That's the weirdest thing. Like, normally, you see people with kids and stuff like that, and they get it. Like, it clicks. Like, holy shit, I'm going to have my kids bury me in the next couple years at some point. Her, it's like it never got through to her, ever.
And unless we find a way to break through to Mercedes and get her to start making the choices she needs, she will just go back home and gain again until her body can't handle it and she dies. So we have a lot of work to do with Mercedes over the next few months to try and save her life. But we
I want to see when she finally turns herself in at the hospital. If she went home for these 3 days and just went hog wild because she's like, screw it, they're putting me on a controlled diet anyway. I would bet my life she
not
does.
gonna give up on Mercedes yet, even though right now the odds don't look good for her. Because low odds has never stopped us from doing everything we can to try and save someone's life. So that's what we'll do over the next few months. to not only try and turn her situation around, but to get through to her like we need. So she'll take responsibility for her choices and her life before.
Damn right. Dr. Now's over here like saving Private Big Ass. Like he is not playing. He does not leave any big people behind.
It's too late.
I was looking forward to getting approved for something, but this news wasn't good news to hear.
I think you got approved for like a colonoscopy or something. Dr. Now might help you out with that.
It's heartbreaking, it's sad, and very scared for my life right now. My life expectancy is getting shorter by the day. Knowing that my kids here, they need me, so I can't leave my kids.
Where was all that energy about 8 months ago when you first started this whole journey and you kind of played around this whole time and acted like things were just going to happen for you? Like, good things don't just happen for people. Typically, you're going to have to put your best foot forward and then you're going to have to see what you get back.
It's just not going to be easy. But we've all risen to every challenge. And I'm going to keep fighting to make it to where I need. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to work as hard as I can to take this opportunity to lose a lot of weight and try to get the weight loss surgery so I can keep it off.
You're going on a controlled diet. You have no choice but to be a success story at this point, unless you can talk your poor daughter into bringing you more of like Popeyes.
And then I'm going to make it to the life I want. Because no matter the setback, I'm not stopping until I get there.
Look, there's something to be said about somebody that keeps trying, and then there's something to be said about somebody that never actually tries. You are somebody who I feel like is putting one foot in, kind of dipping your toes in the water, and you're like, oh, I can do this. I'm doing enough for the doctor to approve me. The surgery will fix everything, which I thought the surgery would fix everything at a time. I didn't want to change my life. I just thought, I'll get this surgery. We'll drop the weight. We'll be fine, right? That's not how it works, man. And I've said it a million times. It's heartbreaking to see the kids in this situation where their mom is kind of just saying like, hey, I love you guys, but I also love food, and I don't know which I should pick, because that's kind of the feeling I'm getting from this one. So I'll see where she's at now. Maybe she started doing really well. Maybe she blew it out of the water or something. But leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this one, because I'm sure the mothers are going to go crazy. And yeah, I'll see y'all later. Bye.